And we are live from South America. It's awful goodness Nintendo 64!
That's
Our
probably an
64th
obscure
episode.
19s reference that I'm not getting.
Oh, you never seen the video? You never seen the video of the little kids freaking out over a Nintendo 64 at Christmas?
Oh yeah. My microphone keeps dying, and I have to resurrect it now and then again. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's like it's pretty much the same caliber as the angry German kid that wants to kill the whole America.
yeah.
It's the same.
Oh, look, from the
Oh,
chief. It's definitely not me. It's definitely not me typing in there. He's saying,
yeah,
I'm listening while working.
it's the angry leprechaun saying hi
Yeah.
from his lair,
From his lair where he hides out his gold.
and he's Lucky Charms. Yeah, that sounds like he's from Nova Scotia. That wasn't a proper Irish accent.
Yeah. I don't think
Awesome,
mine
man.
was pretty appropriate too. Uh, so, Canellis, what's been going on with you?
Well, not much. It's been a slow weekend because I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I angered the leprechaun with my poor impersonation. Yes,
Hey,
officer.
you
Yes.
shut the fuck
What's
up!
the
Hey,
goal?
what's the gold?
What's the goal, Jimmy Boyo? Cora me Cora.
Me boyo, hoi hoi hoi. Ah, Begora! I'm going to whack you with my shillelagh. That's what he sounds like. That's what he sounds like, and he has on like the green little suit and the top hat.
I'm pretty sure that's how he dresses for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Okay,
Remember
let
that?
us stop
Remember
tormenting
that
midnight.
wrestler minute? Remember that?
Oh,
Remember
oh
that
yeah,
wrestler midget Hornswoggle?
oh yeah.
That's basically midnight, except
Wasn't he the
without the
guy?
beard.
Wasn't he the guy? No, no, that wasn't like the Undertaker's like sidekick, right?
No, that was Paul Bear, and he was like a
That's
normal
yeah.
size.
That's
Well,
we actually call that
well,
guy.
he was a normal size guy, but shorter than the Undertaker, and then he kind of talked like this,
Okay,
and
yeah,
he'd
I know what you
carry an
mean.
urn.
Yeah, I always mistake him from for Pablito Terrores, Little Polly Terror, which is how they call the Undertaker sidekick in Spanish.
Oh, well, his real name is his name was Paul Bearer.
Oh, it's not Pablito Terrores.
It's
I
a
am
joke for
disappointed.
Paul Bearer.
I'm disappointed.
Uh, I fucking love midget wrestling. I'm still upset that the time I lived in Guadalajara, I didn't go see a lucha libre,
Yeah, dude.
a
If
masked wrestling.
I wanna see a Mexican boxing match. I guess you could call it boxican because Mexicans have a like a particular boxing style, and I wanna go see lucha libre next time I'm in Mexico.
Yeah. I'll, also, to shout out to our boy Sal Canelo, hailing from El Salto, which is a suburb of Guadalajara.
Hmm. Fucking
He's the
Mexican
biggest
boxing, dude.
Mexican boxer.
You gotta watch out for those
Hmm.
guys. They're tough. They're tougher than a nail in a coffin.
Mm, yeah. And what else have you been up to?
Well, not much, because as I was saying, I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so bumfuck nowhere, bus country. So if there's nothing going on in movie theaters, like the only thing you can actually do is like just go outside, look for a bar, and get drunk. And I'm too old for that shit, so
Mm.
I just like stay indoors and
Well,
drunk.
hey, wait. You are young. You are too old for just bar hopping, but you are old enough for becoming a chiquitero.
That's true. I guess I could just go like do a pop crawl like with my protruding belly and a plaid shirt and a short glass of wine, trying to sing
Your
popular Basque
chapella.
songs. Yeah, and just
Do it.
grabbing people's
Do it,
legs,
faggot.
calling them
Do it, you fat
artista.
faggot.
For some reason, my dad knew this guy who was a chiquitero, and he would always greet him, calling him artista. He was like artista. I don't know why. Who even call his dad?
Uh, yep. Midget wrestling was the first show, and the masked midgets. What? We're oh god, oh god, oh
Yeah,
god.
I don't know what the fuck is
I
going
thought
on.
for a
Sorry
moment
about
I
that.
was going to do the show all by myself, and so I was having like a panic attack
Yeah, I know
because
this
I am way too autistic to do the show by myself. So, welcome back. Oh, speak of
autist.
masked Mexican midgets. What
Fuck
up,
you.
Beaner?
What's up?
What's going on with you, Mr. Beans?
I'm
Senor
finished.
Frijoles.
I'm finishing a commission as we're speaking.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I took the day off today. I'm not drawing. I went back to
Well,
writing today. I wanted to write for a while and
well,
have more free time now. So okay.
funny enough, you guys jack off with your artistic works, and I'm working on my artistic works.
Because the
So
three of us
I
are
bought a bunch
artists.
of.
We're all artists here. This is an artistic podcast. Okay, it's official.
We're all artistic.
Well, Raven was the one who came up with the idea of make a draw and drink stream the other day.
Okay,
Oh,
man, that's cool. That's
we
cool.
should we should totally do that. Like, but
Yeah,
where on Streamyard? On Streamyard, or should we do it like on another platform?
uh, I don't know. Well, he proposed to do it on Discord, but I don't know how you can do it on Discord. I tried to
Oh,
have
you can.
I tried to have a
I think.
conversation with one of these assholes, and I couldn't use my camera.
Oh,
Mm, I don't know. It's something I'll have to play around with later. But
yeah. I don't know what other platforms are there. Like I know there's StreamYards and is Streamlabs still a thing?
I think Streamlabs only does like the little thing that pops up if you get like a donation.
Mm. Well, I have no idea. As I said,
And
I'm
there's
old.
like OBS too,
Okay, yeah, OBS. I remember
which can
OBS.
go direct which can go directly on YouTube as
Yeah, I remember.
well.
I actually remember Midnight trying to teach me how to use OBS, and like he always almost like
Man, I
jumping off a
used
cliff.
OBS like a long time ago.
No, I'm talking like maybe 5 years ago.
Mm. That's probably the same amount of time for me too. Anyways, um,
Well,
how
I'm
about we?
saying because if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna need a camera for that because
Yeah, no, you have to show off your stuff.
yeah, because
Yeah.
the camera of the laptop is not gonna work for this.
I see. Right. Oh well. If Raven is ever online when I'm online, or when all three of us are online on Discord, I think we should have like a little meeting about it. Anyways, let's do some news. First off, we have a passing to note. R.I.P. in peace, Tom Sizemore.
Oh,
Heat and
Mm,
Saving Private Ryan actor dead at 61. Tom Sizemore, the talented but troubled actor who brought a tough guy bravado to films like Heat, Natural Born Killers, and Saving Private Ryan, has died at the age of 61. He died Friday after his family made the decision to remove him from life support at a Los Angeles based hospital. Okay, his brother, it was his manager that announced that He passed away peacefully in his sleep at St. Joseph's Hospital, Burbank. His brother Paul and twin boys Jaden and Jagger were at his side. Let's see. The actor was found unconscious after suffering a brain aneurysm from a stroke at his Los Angeles home in the early morning of February 19th. He was transferred to Providence St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank after his collapse, where he remained in critical condition and in a coma under intensive care. And on the 27th, a rep confirmed that his family was deciding end of life matters. So, where would we recognize Tom Sizemore from? Well,
Well, I can
he.
tell you that he was one of the best parts in Natural Born Killer. That's where I discovered him. Natural Born Killers, sorry, by Oliver Stone, which
Mhm.
whom he had already worked in Born of the 4th of July, as the article says, and he was also fucking amazing in Strange Days.
Yeah. He was also in. He started with a brief role in Oliver Stone's Born on the 4th of July, and then he starred alongside Robert De Niro in Guilty by Suspicion, my boy Willem Dafoe in
Mm.
Flight of the Intruder, and playing the villain in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
An underrated action flick, I must say.
And then and then he was
Midnight says Midnight
also
Midnight blames
in.
crack in the comment section. Maybe crack, or maybe climate change in video games. Definitely not that thing that made you that made him take. That they made him take.
Yes, he says crack is whack. I mean, yeah. Oh, and we have Acker, formerly known as Coca. He
Oh,
calls us a fartist. And I could show you guys mine if you would show yours. And then Midnight also says my new laptop can handle OBS better than my old laptop. This thing isn't the best, but it blows my old laptop out of the water. I should say, because
Dude, you
you
need
were
to
always
you need to install
complaining
some
about it like a white woman.
you need to install some multiplayer games in it so we can like kick each other's ass virtually.
oh yeah, I'm also for that.
Uh, I One of these days I really should um put Steam on. Anyways, Uh, let's see. He landed the starring role in the horror film The Relic and portrayed both John Gotti and baseball great Pete Rose in the made-for-TV biopics Witness to the Mob and Hustle, respectively. He also was the voice of Sonny Forelli in the 2002 video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
that's true. That's true.
And as our resident leprechaun told us, he was addicted to drugs since he was a teenager, and then he was convicted of domestic abuse against his then girlfriend, Hollywood Madam Heidi Fleiss, and he had
I think
issues
that's
with
that's
heroin
the
and methamphetamines.
that's the only thing that would make him stand out. That he had like trouble with law, because otherwise, being an addict, I don't see how that's something that makes you stand out in Hollywood.
Not really. Especially when people like Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson are even junkheads.
Dude, Jack Nicholson would drop acid on the reg, and now unfortunately his brain is melting to
Yeah.
dementia or
Did you
Alzheimer's.
guys know that Jack
Let's
Nicholson
see.
actually wrote a script based on a trip he had for Roger Corman?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that until I went this last Friday to one of these Virgin Megastore type places that we have here in Spain, and I saw in the horror section of the DVD set, the DVD area, they had an actual fucking movie written by Jack Nicholson for Roger Corman called The Trip, from I think the late '60s or something like that. I kind of want to watch that now.
Oh, what else? He was also in. Uh, let's see. He was brought back in front of mainstream audiences thanks to Mark Felt, the man who brought down the White House, and David Lynch's Twin Peaks revival.
Mm. Midnight wants to know which games would that be. What games play Phasmophobia? I don't know. I'm playing Quake Champions right now, and I have it at like really low settings. I don't know if that like can work on your laptop. I don't think so. I don't know. Some shit like
And
that.
and if I were to install Steam on my computer, I'm probably going to be playing uh what is it? Team Fortress 2, which is technically Quake,
Hmm. I don't know. We need to
but
get together.
goofier.
We need to get together. I don't. I know, man. I know. We need to get together, decide the game, and then stream ourselves playing it, like a bunch of like Twitch hosts, and get some shekels.
I
You
have
know?
a actually no, I think I still have a Twitch.
Oh,
Mm.
I do not, because I don't even know what that
So I
is.
don't know.
I just hear it being mentioned all the time. So I want to have one of those Twitch things in my computer. You
Well,
young man, you young man in the
I
street,
well,
install a Twitch.
unfortunately, I'm not. I mean, I would stream, but I'm not foddy enough. But yeah, R.I.P. Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, all right, Pedro. He was one of my favorite character actors from the '90s. I really liked everything he was in.
I also where else did I see Tom Sizemore? I remember him from he played some guy that was locked in solitary confinement in a Law and Order SVU episode, and then he also was in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mm. Oh, he was in Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone and Donald Sutherland, playing a rather tragic character.
Anyways, WTF? It happened again.
Jesus, what?
Train derailment in Springfield, Ohio, sends hazmat crew and cops rushing to scene as residents ordered to shelter in place. Residents have been asked to shelter in place following a train derailment that took place just hours away from the East Palestine accident. Hazmat crews and cops raced to the scene in Springfield, Ohio after 20 cars launched off the track Saturday evening. Officials confirmed. So here we go. Around 30 cars were derailed in the incident, according to local reports. So far, nothing's like leaking out of it, at least.
So far.
But at least they say it's unclear what the substance were inside the cars. The cars attached to the 212 car train flew off the tracks near State Route 41 and Gateway Boulevard around 5 p.m. local time. Residents within 1,000 feet of the derailment should shelter in place out of an abundance of caution. A spokesperson for Norfolk Southern confirmed to the U.S. Sun that no one was injured in the incident and no hazardous materials were involved that we know about. Ohio officials confirmed that deputies and medics are at the scene and warned that there are power outages and the damage is due to downed power lines. And then apparently there's video taken from the scene, the exact moment the massive freight flew off the tracks, launching a cloud of dust in the air. And no evacuations have been ordered at this time. Um,
Well, if they're
there's
sending in people with Jesus, with hazmat suits, there's something going on there.
mhm. And it comes just a month after a 50 car after the East Palestine derailment that we talked about in the last show.
I guess this is also
Let's
Trump's
see.
fault because something deregulation, something breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Joe Biden has been in
Let's.
power for 2 years and he didn't fix shit.
also, I heard that
No.
Biden went to vacations this week.
Oh yeah, no, he's been like he's the
Oh,
American
nice.
president that most time has spent on vacation during his
Yeah,
term.
yeah, I think he's in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
And in
But
vacation,
yet, but
I
yet,
think we
everyone
understand
will point.
he's in some kind of clinic, being injected tons of amphetamines to keep him alive. Allegedly.
Yeah, or adrenochrome,
Yeah, something like that.
adrenochrome, whatever that's called.
Allegedly.
Let's see. Um, this is more about the East Palestine, because they were talking about locals. Right after the event, 1,500 to 2,000 residents were told to evacuate, and schools and roads were closed. And then they were sharing photos and videos of dead animals and reported seeing cats and birds acting strangely.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We're one step away from the crazies, George R. Romero's second movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh man.
And also, Akar says, guess wild beasts will bring more lols to the stream. Well, I am already a wild beast.
Yes. You are literally a man bear pig.
I
Anyways.
am a man bear pig, and I'm I'm proud of that.
Yeah, he's super serial
Mm.
about it.
Mm, super serial killer.
He's super serial, guys. Anyways,
Moving on,
moving on. We're yes. The biggest story if you're terminally online.
which most of us are, I'm afraid, because we're nerds.
Pikamee
Here we
leaves
go.
VOMS following Hogwarts legacy controversy.
Oh, okay, okay. I passed the test. I am not terminally online because I didn't understand anything from that headline. I guess that's a
Okay,
good sign.
so this little creature is a virtual YouTuber or a VTuber, and I guess what she does is she like plays games, and she was going to play the Hogwarts Legacy, known colloquially as the Wizard game. Hogwarts Legacy has spoke. So Pikamee, a popular VTuber signed with talent agency VOMS, has requested to leave the organization following controversy after she expressed a desire to stream Hogwarts Legacy. So that video game has sparked an avalanche of debate ever since its launch on February 10th. Fans of the Harry Potter franchise have both praised and criticized the title, largely due to comments made by series author J.K. Rowling regarding trans people, which is totally nothing burger because what she actually said was she was defending a biological woman who is being harassed by a man with a penis.
Hmm. But as you will know, trans people, I don't know if it's trans people or the trans people who militate. Is that a verb in English to militate?
Yeah, we could say
Okay.
that,
Okay, well, let's give it a try.
or we could
People
say
who,
the perpetual victims,
yeah, that's what
the
I was gonna say. That
crybabies.
this the sort of the trans people who are like into the whole LGBT mindset, doctrine, whatever. Those motherfuckers feed on oppression and victimhood. So anything you say, to quote your boy Zach, anything you say that is not a total absolute compliment will be deconstructed as a threat and then as a proof of oppression.
So, upon its launch, a slew of streamers were faced with backlash for broadcasting the game, not all of which were VTubers. Most notably, popular VTuber Silvervale ended one of her streams in tears after coming under fire due to Twitch's AutoMod program, which automatically banned the word trans in her chat due to the possibility that it was being used for harassment. And then Silvervale promised to push through in spite of the backlash. Another VTuber has made the decision to step away from creating content after undergoing the harsh treatment because of the Wizard game. Her name is Amano Pikamee, and she is a OG VTuber who garnered a dedicated fan base due to her upbeat personality and humorous gaming streams. And she, like other streamers, wanted to broadcast Hogwarts Legacy upon release, and was met with a wave of criticism and harassment that ultimately prompted her to go dark for several weeks. And then on March 1st, the agency VOMS released a statement via Twitter claiming that Pikamee has decided to graduate, which is she's leaving their organization. We regret to inform you that Amano Pikamee a member of a group will graduate from the group and terminate her activities as of March 31st, 2023. We ain't reading all that shit. Pikamee also uploaded a YouTube video explaining the situation where she thanked fans for the love and sweet words they've given her during her time at VOMS. I'm sorry for shocking you guys like this, she said. Despite all the sad things, I still have a month left, so I hope we can have a lot of fun times. I would play the video, but
I
I
think
don't know.
I don't know this person, but I think it speaks volumes of the mental health or about the mental health or honesty of the trans militant people to try to paint this little adorable creature as an actual evil thing that is oppressing them. Like, dude, come on, look at that.
Yep. It's what
Have
many
you not?
people have been saying, that what the Hogwarts Legacy did is expose how actually violent and aggressive the trans community
Yeah,
can be.
it's
You're
just some cute little girl saying, "I want to play this game." He doesn't even mention the author. I just, this game looks cool. I want to play it. Like, no, no, you must be crushed by my massive,
You're a pictophobe!
by my massive,
Done with histophobes!
normalized
Done
penis.
with transphobes!
you're
Yeah!
hurting my
Penis.
feelings.
Fucking hell, dude.
You're hurting my feelings!
Are you
Cope,
gonna be
well,
oppressed by Hello
Cope
Kitty next? You
sees
fucking
dilating.
psychopaths.
And let's face it, games like Grand Theft Auto are way more violent to the LGBT community, because
Dude,
I remember you can kill gay people on that game.
Mm-hmm.
you can kill everything. I remember. Did you guys remember the first Carmageddon controversy in the 90s?
No.
Oh, dude, the first
Yes.
Carmageddon was like really blown out of proportion because it was like
Oh, man.
I don't know if it was an indie game, but it was made by a really tiny British studio. 'Cause they were fucking British, dude,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like this dumb. It was apparently at first a Death Race 2000 game, but they couldn't get the rights, so they
Yeah.
just like made shit up. And it's about you just drive around in a city and like kill everything. You run over everything.
Yeah.
And I
You
remember the
run over
press.
old ladies, people.
It's like, yeah, I mean, there's like they're just like blocky humanoids. Like they're not really all that defined. But I remember the press saying that you could like run over pregnant women and whatnot. So it's imagine that shit nowadays.
Look,
Dude,
in
you're
the
you're
Grand
talking
Theft
about
Auto
Russian number page.
game,
You hang out with
there are
numbers.
trans hookers and you can kill them if you
Mm-hmm.
want.
Dude, they're like
You can
fucking.
kill them with giant purple dildos. Also, Midnight in Exile exposing Canals over here,
Dude,
calling him a man bear
you know I
pig.
was the man bear pig all along. We've hung out together in New York City. Remember when we had to fight those guys with cowboy hats off? They wanted to put me in a truck and take me to a slaughterhouse. They were like, "Get in the truck, boy! Squeal like a pig, boy!" And I was like, I clearly remember that.
Yeah.
Good days, good days. That
Let's
and
see anything.
Carmageddon. Those were fucking good days.
This person, timid, says, I just saw the Pikamee announcement and it felt like a punch in the chest. I legit wanted to cry. Watching Pikamee was like watching a little sister. It made me feel great hearing her kettle laughed and see her having a good time. And now she's graduating. It fucking hurts. And luckily, she's been taking her graduation with lighthearted spirits, as seen as a tweet she posted. She says, now say I love Pika as my girlfriend and she now has boing boing before I graduate. Say it now, Dazzle.
What the fuck is even going on? What is this?
Yeah.
I fucking hate the 2020s. This is
It's
much
it's
worse than everything
VTuber
that
thing. I
William
don't
Gibson predicted. This is fucking horrible. I want to go back
yeah.
to the 90s. Just give me a fucking time machine. I want out of this decade.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was listening some 80s and 90s music the other day, and in the
But
comment section, it said, "Oh my God, we were so desperate trying to go to the future, and now that we're in the future, we want to go to the past."
Oh my god. Like I never wanted to go to the future because I knew that in the
well,
future I would be older.
unfortunately, all this Pikamee, they've angered they'd angered the Chan.
Uh oh.
Yep, bad move.
Nah, A 4chan man was finding not only their IP addresses but also their name, age, who harassed Pikamee, and this is a W for us.
I mean, you don't fuck with the
And
chat.
yeah, I don't know if I should embiggen this, but this is the but they have like all the information about people who are bullying Pikamee.
Good, good. Uh, I don't know. Would that get us a strike or something?
No, because we're not showing private info. We're just saying
That's
there in that square there is
yeah.
private info, but you cannot see it because it's long
Hmm.
away, very long
Hmm.
away.
Yep,
Technically, yeah.
it's very far away. That's why I'm
I,
not
I for I
embiggening
for
it,
one I
but
for one support shaming these crazy fuckers because that's really what they fear, and I think you and I and Mega know that from experience. They're really afraid of being made public
mhm.
and being shamed and mocked and ridiculed. So I completely support doing that.
Oh, and it gets better. Show it. Show him just
Just show me.
What?
the next part of the doxing.
I don't know if I have it. Can you
The
link
one,
it to me quick?
the one that I sent you on Discord.
Did they
Uh,
pull a silent Bob and Jay and went door to door beating the shit out of them?
No, they did something
hold on,
worse.
Oh shit! 'Cause I always wanted to do that.
hold on. Let me find it. Where's it? Which uh the one from Pitmaster Broda?
Yeah, that one.
Both of them? Both of which one? Which one?
If you want to show both of them,
All of them.
All right. Let me grab them.
Give
Copy.
them to me.
Uh, okay. Then it was this one. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna click on the link you sent me on the private chat because I wanna see it.
I did it already.
Oh, this.
Oh shit.
Okay. First, here's the first one from Pitmaster Broda. He says, Pikame's harassers have impressively short memory about what 4chan's capable of after they doxed their bullies. Doxed her bullies. 4chan helped get ISIS bombed by finding their coordinates and texting them to a Russian PMC. And they think they're incapable of doing something worse than SWATs. Alright,
Yeah, you don't have to do the voice every time. You can just read it.
okay. And then he
I
did
release
this
you from your
one.
duties as voice actress for this.
Fine. And then from this one, VT has already moved operations underground. A number of uh, gay trans harassers got outed to their parents who weren't aware of their status so far, such as
Fucking Chan, dude.
I archived all the still live tweets from this ghost spin, but the thread died before I could post it. So here's a suitable place for it. And then they blacked out the link. Good for them. Oh no! I just dropped a super cool list of tweets harassing Pikamee for Wizard Game. And then smug Anya.
So all these
Any
people
what?
ended up getting outed. If they were in the
Yep.
closet, they aren't anymore.
And here's from Omega.
And now comes the part where we throw our heads up and laugh at you.
I
Ready?
was
Ready.
Welcome to Wakanda.
Hold on, I wanted to see some. Was there anything else? Ah, yes. He also says that I'm not for Chen, you nitwit, but maybe you should get reported for false flagging. And then Goddess brandished account is temporarily available because it violates the Twitter media policy. Bum, bum, bum.
Quack, quack,
Mm.
quack.
Shame them, bro.
Posting a
Shame
screenshot
them
of one
all.
of 4chan's most infamous accomplishments is not a threat. It's another extreme jump in logic from a brain damaged individual.
Oh, shit, I need to. Am I even following Pitmaster Broda? No, I'm not. That's a mistake on my part. Must do it now before I get kicked out of Twitter again.
Yep.
Probably will be.
And
I'm
basically
surprised that he
and
has not
basically
reported
this
you.
I know.
yeah. And basically this is what happens when you mess with 4chan. You end up like Isoroku Yamamoto, Yamato.
Yeah, that's Yamato. Admiral
Yeah.
Yamato.
I fear all I fear all we have done is to awaken a sleeping giant and fill him with a terrible resolve.
No, for that, I want you to do not a Mexican, a Japanese voice. Can you do a Japanese voice to read that?
I fear all we have done is to awaken a sleeping giant and fear him with terrible reserve.
Hi.
How was that?
That was pretty fucking good. I feel like committing seppuku for my dishonor now. That's how Japanese that was.
So the these these degenerate people who I unfortunately have to be lumped in with have fucked around and found out. All right.
Well,
Anyways,
don't worry about that because I'm a Basque patriot. I'm an Abertzale, so to speak, and I have to be lumped in with a bunch of
Abertale.
fucking idiots. So I understand your plight. And also,
Ah,
Midnight is doubting my the veracity of my account regarding me being member big. I don't know, man. I was really fucking drunk that night. You know that.
anyways, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot loses re-election bid as city battles crime
Good fucking
epidemic.
riddance.
About time.
Jesus.
Jeez.
The current year Beetlejuice, Chicago Democrat Lori Lightfoot on Tuesday became the Windy City's first incumbent mayor in 40 years to lose re-election as rising crime in the city steered voters away from the battle leader. She only got 16.4% of the vote. Lightfoot, 60, old, finished behind former head of Chicago Public Schools Paul Vallis and Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson in Tuesday's race. Vallis took 35% of the vote, and Johnson, who garnered 20.2%, will head to an April 4th runoff election to determine who will be the city's next mayor. She called being Chicago's mayor the honor of a lifetime. Let's see. Heading into the race Tuesday, Lightfoot's prospects appeared bleak. She faced heavy criticism for rampant crime that has plagued Chicago during her tenure, as well as for injecting race into the election and saying that voters who don't support her shouldn't show up to the polls. And they did. And of course, she also played the I'm a black woman card.
Wow. That's a
Oh,
totally unexpected turn, isn't it?
Let's
Like
see.
how
Under
long
Lightfoot, she
how long has this creature been ruling over Chicago? How many years?
uh,
I don't
how
know, but
four,
here's
six?
the article. Here's an article.
So
But
she's
yeah,
been
under Lightfoot, Chicago. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say she's been ruling this city with a fucking tyrannical soy feast
Yeah.
after several years. And the first time she loses re-election, oh, it's because everybody's racist and fuck you.
Well, I remember just some guy who lives in Chicago mentioned
Mhm.
once that during the pandemic, this bitch ordered the bridges that give access to the city
Mhm.
to be lifted because she
Yeah,
didn't want anyone to get access or get out of the city.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know. I don't know if it was because of the lockdown or because of the riots. Because there were a shitload of riots back then, like the 2020, thanks to like the whole George Floyd situation. So I don't. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that she decided to like isolate Chicago, like part of Chicago from the rest of it. No, Dark Knight Rises style.
Yeah, she
Dark
actually,
Knight Rises style. This is
yeah,
fucking no man's land.
just some guy used that comparison because it was exactly like that. And now that you mentioned, the movie was shot there, isn't it? In
Oh yeah,
Chicago.
yeah. Actually, yeah. Christopher Nolan shot his Batman movies in Chicago because it's a very particularly Gothic movie. Could be a city.
Mhm.
There you have it.
So, under Lightfoot, Chicago recorded 695 murders at the end of 2022 and 804 in 2021, a level not seen in the Windy City in a quarter century. In addition, there was 20,000 cases of theft, nearly double the amount of theft incidents
I
in
understand
2021.
why my cousin moved out of that city.
He said Mexico is safer than
Yeah,
Chicago. Holy shit.
Yeah, I bet he like moved to like what, Ciudad Juarez, and he's like, "Oh God, I feel so much safer."
He moved to Afghanistan and he was like, that's better.
In the first 3 weeks of 2023, crime rates in the city have skyrocketed by 61%. Yeah, and of course, she said that she told that critics of her 4 years, even though it felt like a billion years.
4 fucking decades, dude.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, but now that she that critics of her 4 year tenure just don't want to see a black woman in leadership. I mean, we do, but you're
Say the
hopelessly
thing, Lori.
incompetent.
Say the thing. Yay.
and and of course, she's the first black woman and first openly lesbian mayor of Chicago. And there's her, and here she is holding hands with her spouse Amy Esselman as she concedes. I wonder. And then here they are,
that's a woman. I thought it was a man.
and
Don't you love lesbians that feel
well, they're
actually attracted
lesbian.
towards masculine features? Don't you love that shit?
Well,
Oh, I love women as long as they look like men. Okay, it's
well,
kind of weird, but okay.
technically speaking, that's pretty much how the relationship of this, this man now, Noel Stevenson, worked.
Oh yeah, no, that's like I actually know a guy who in turn knows a lesbian who made his boyfriend transition to female,
Yeah.
so she could bang a guy who is now a woman but has a dick. And it's like I don't know.
Huh?
2023 feels like a fucking riddle, dude. I don't know how to interpret all this. I need a fucking game master manual, you know?
I
We're gonna need a fucking
I just,
Pokédex.
Oh Jesus!
yeah.
Can you imagine
I
pulling out your Pokédex in order to
I'm
identify
just,
someone?
yeah. I'm a man. I'm just a female who wants to be a man. Okay,
I
it's
mean,
my mental illness. It's my
if you
burden
if
to
you
bear.
if you consider yourself a man, you wouldn't need to transition, right? So that's
Right.
why I want to get a surgery because I want to look like what I want to be. If I'm not that, like if I'm that now, there's no reason for me to undergo surgery. And anyway, I'm just rambling on.
Mm, yeah. Anything else? Uh, the mayor claimed that voting for somebody not named Lightfoot is a vote for Chuy Garcia or Paul Vallis, referring to her challengers. If you want them controlling your fate and your destiny, then stay home, Lightfoot continued. Then don't vote. And they took her words. She later told reporters she did not mean to suggest voters should sit out the election, but it sure sounds like she did.
So
Hmm.
basically, things didn't go
Yeah,
the
here's.
way she thought they would go. Huh?
Well, if anything, this teaches
Hmm.
teaches us something that you can have a woman and a lesbian in charge of a city, but that doesn't mean they're gonna do a good job.
But yeah, before we get off this, here's one guy. Here's this Paul Vallis guy, and then Brandon Johnson. So place your bets on who's going to be the big winrar of Chicago.
I don't know, dude. Like the chances of Chicago not being a violent shithole, and it's my second favorite American city, just so you know. First one being New York
Mm.
City, second one being Chicago. It's a great fucking place. A lot of like cool places, cool restaurants. I know a great coffee place near in Wabash Street, which is like downtown Chicago. Great fucking comic book stores. It pains me to see how it's
Mm-hmm.
become like a shithole. So the chances of it not being a shithole in the coming years are like, I don't know, pretty low. So who cares?
Hey, we got an update on a news story we featured last week.
Hmm.
Florida teacher says she didn't confiscate students' Nintendo Switch before vile beating.
Oh shit.
So the Florida teacher's aide who was brutally attacked by a 270-pound student
Shit.
denied his claims that she sparked the beatdown when she confiscated his Nintendo Switch. Joan Nadich, there'll be a picture of her later, so um, uh, whatever you want. Made the revelation Monday as she continues to recover from being slammed to the floor and stomped on 15 times. I want to set the record straight. I never took the Nintendo Switch from him. From anyone that's read or heard differently, I've been told this was unfortunately misinformation. Nadish said. They
That
named
that
the guy.
sounds
His name is Brendan Deppa. Told cops he
that
launched his tirade on Nadish after she.
that sounds like she's saying, I didn't confront the black kid. I didn't. It wasn't me. I love black people.
Mhm.
Yes, I got brutally beaten by a black person who acted like a total fucking Sasquatch. But
Can you guess?
I love them. I could take a beating again for them.
hmm Can we guess? Can we guess her background? Can we guess?
Right.
Can we guess what tribe she belongs to?
Is this like the obligatory racist news coverage that we do in every show?
Yeah, and here's the guy, and this
Holy
is the guy that beat her down.
In other news, he just discovered fire.
And
Jesus fucking
then,
Christ! I mean, it's not because of the color of his skin, but the dude
no,
literally
that
looks
is
like
not a
fucking
guy
Cro-Magnon.
Naruto running. That's yeah,
Naruto.
yeah. Yep.
It's
He's
good.
not Naruto running. He's beating up a poor defenseless woman.
It's his fucking
Deppa is
Sharingan.
considered a yeah. The troubled teen had a violent past and was arrested 3 times for simple battery in 2019.
And for
I
stealing
mean,
food from a park ranger's home because he looks like fucking Yogi the Bear. He looks like he belongs in a fucking national park terrorizing the tourists.
no.
Okay, I'll shut up now. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
hey, boo boo. Hey, boo boo. Let's get about some picnic baskets.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
Oh god, I'm so getting
Uh,
cancelled.
how, how can we be canceled? But
How do you kill that which has no life?
yeah, yeah, basically. Okay. Here's some lighter news. Here's some lighter news. Breaking! Daily Wire's Jeremy Boring launches new chocolate company in response to Hershey's woke trans stunt. They're Hershey's.
Okay. I
In
mean,
response
there
to
was an
Hershey Canada's
opportunity to make money, right?
mhm. In response to Hershey Canada's International Women's Day campaign featuring a trans-identified biological male. The
which
Daily
proves
Wire
that men are better
co-founder
at everything,
Jeremy
including that
Boring
being
announced.
women.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy Boring announced an anti-woke competing chocolate brand with two varieties. Jeremy's Chocolate. The new candy line features two products: a chocolate bar called She Her and another with nuts called He Him.
Oh, because it has nuts. Okay, I are you? Yes, yes.
Clever,
Please clap. Please
clever.
clap.
Please
Please
clap.
clap.
Let's see. The launch video, which featured Daily Wire personalities Brett Cooper and Michael Knowles, who apparently called for a trans genocide, which yeah, I don't see that happening, cause yeah, I have yet to be rounded up and like branded with like a troon flag or something down here, if that's the
That's
case.
that
Oh,
sounds
which
kind of hot,
reminds
though.
me, if I ever, you know what? I think the only reason why I would go back to Twitter is just take videos of myself walking down the streets of where I live saying, day one of being a trans person in South America, and then I see a person walking toward me like, oh my god, is this person gonna beat me up? Is this person gonna kill me? Oh,
Oh, but
okay, good. I
there's
guess they're not gonna
actually,
kill me today.
dude, there's actually a feminist in Spain, Alicia Murillo, who actually did that. Like he walked around one night during the party area of our city with a camera on her shoulder, and she was basically just harassing people, saying, "Can you see this guy? This guy looked at me with a lecherous expression," and the guy's like, "What the fuck is going on? I don't even know you. Who are you?" Yes, he's pretending not to notice me, but he actually wants to rape me. Like, it completely backfired because that was fucking stupid.
Or
But yeah,
people say, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna rape that."
yeah, it's like I can completely picture people around her like wondering what the fuck is that old lady doing, recording himself talking to himself about rape. I'm just here hanging out with my friends, drinking a beer, and that crazy bitch is like just walking down the street talking to herself with a fucking camera. What is going on? Anyway, yeah. Oh, we have Hero
But yeah,
926 on the comment section for all time's sake.
yo, yo, dude,
What's
Hey,
up, dude?
what is he saying? I don't know. I can't. There we go. They're trying to uh okay, I'm back. They're trying to replace women because the elite wants to meld us. They want us to be numbered. They want us to be like those goobacks from, remember the South Park episode where all the people from the future
Yeah, they
came
they they
back and they're
take
all
our
like
gerbs.
bald and gender independent. They took our
They
gerbs.
take our gerbs. Yeah, I don't know if it's that, or it's just that women
This is
are
this is a
more
very, yeah.
malleable. Like, they, statistically speaking, women vote more for liberal politicians. They watch more TV and they consume more. So the traits that the elite establishment needs to perpetuate itself are feminine women, not masculine traits. Men are like rebellious and they're like a fight and shit, and that's a problem for them.
Hmm.
Just what I think.
So yeah. And then he says this communistic nonsense is going to end. It's getting worse and worse, and that line will be crossed. And then all that transsexual bull is going to wait. Yeah, I hope so. I
I
just,
just I just want
if he,
transsexuals to go
yeah,
back
yeah.
to being what they were like when I was young. And I think I already told Omega, like, we already had, like, but for a long time we had like two trans actresses in Spain, Vivi Anderson and Antonia San Juan. And Vivi Anderson had been making movies and TV since the fucking 1970s when she
International
was a
Women's Day is
teenager.
upon us again.
And Antonia San Juan like was getting awards in the 90s for being in Pedro Almodovar movies. You know,
uh,
trans people were already accepted in Spain. Nobody had a problem with them, and nowadays, in the last 10 years,
nobody had a problem with the Wachowski.
no, nobody had any problems with Wachowski siblings, Wachowski sisters. Now they were completely
Um,
accepted.
I forgot her name, but the bitch who made the music for the Clockwork Orange is trans.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Wendy Carlos.
Wendy Carlos. Yeah, he actually also made the music for Tron.
Oh, there you have it.
Mm. Yeah, nobody had a fucking problem
Yeah.
with that, but they have become fucking militant and hostile in the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. They try to like destroy everything. Fuck that, dude. Just leave it the fuck alone.
Yes, please. I'd rather be if I I don't mind if you still use female pronouns with me. I won't bite your head off. I will maybe I would correct you, but
I mean, it's just a matter of like how well you get along with that person. Like, if
right.
I get along well with a transgender woman, I will call her a woman. I have. I've had transgender friends in the past, and I treat them as,
Mhm.
this was a guy who was transitioning to female, so I treated her as a woman. But it's like, if I don't like this person, if he's trying to like bully me into worshiping him because he has no chopped off his dick, because you only have to apparently go through this surgery to become fucking aristocracy. I can touch you now. Oh, I got my dick chopped off. It's like that meme from Family Guy. Hey, I'm trans. Oh, I'm sorry. Do all you want all the time.
Mhm.
No, fuck you. I am misgendering you for being
Yeah,
a fucking
we're
asshole. How's that?
yeah.
Anyway, continue, please.
Let's see. Anyway, let me back this up. This is the ad for
International Women's Day is upon us again, and I love an international woman. But our friends over at Hershey's, they don't even know what a woman is. They've hired a biological male to be the spokesperson for their Women's Day campaign, and they're calling that campaign, and I swear I'm not making this up, Her-She. Her-She. It's humiliating, and it's the reason that I'm launching Jeremy's chocolate. We have two kinds, she, her, and he, him. One of them's got nuts. If you need me to tell you which one it is, keep giving your money to Hershey's. But if you're tired of giving your money to woke corporations that hate you, and you're looking for a delicious chocolate bar from a company that actually wants your business, head over to IHateHershey's.com and order Jeremy's chocolate today.
Okay, I guess that's worthy of respect. I don't much like the Daily Wire guys, but that's fair.
And the chocolate exists.
I'll buy
yeah,
it. I'll
but
give it a try.
Yeah, because if it exists, I
yeah.
want to try it.
Mostly because fuck Hershey's. That's why. Because fuck you.
So yeah, go to the website IHateHershey's.com. So the promotional bars that Hershey produced for the feminist holiday. Actually, I was watching a video of how feminism is ruining dating by
Like,
Tim
it has
Pool.
ruined very much everything it has touched. You
Yeah,
mean because it's fucking
leaving
cancer? Called
leaving
Milo.
leaving the base little traddies like me out on the streets because now men will automatically think, oh, it's probably a feminist could take half my shit and my kids.
Right.
Alright, yeah. The promotional bars are named Hershey to represent women, despite being promoted by Faye Johnstone, a trans activist who spoke publicly about wanting women with difficult political views to be so vilified that they don't dare speak at all. Yeah,
I don't fucking wonder.
but yeah, here I apologize, but
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic selves. See the women.
Rule
Well,
number one: never trust a woman. Never trust a woman or anyone with a nose ring.
that
and
looks
changing
like
how we
that
see the
looks like
future
James
at
O'Keefe from
Hershey's
from
Canada.
drag. Am I the only one who thinks that person looks like James O'Keefe from drag? This is all just a massive
Yeah.
troll.
Basically.
It reminds me of the soldier who betrayed the United States. What was her name?
Uh, Soldier who betrayed the United States.
Yeah, who transitioned in prison.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
was his name? Yeah, this Johnstone identifies as queer, trans, and feminist activist.
What's the difference between queer and trans?
I have no idea.
Like it's
Yeah.
queer anyway.
Yeah, trans is basically queer. If you're LGBT, you're automatically queer. That's how I learned it when I
I mean,
was growing up.
queer used to be
With that fun game, smear the queer baby.
queer used to mean gay, like in the
Yeah.
early 900s, 1900s. Sorry.
I'm a backwards mechanic. Yo, I'm a backwards mechanic. You know, I'm a little different. I'm artistic.
Yeah,
And then
I feel inclined to agree with it. This is kind of cringe. It's like I feel like we're playing their game. I don't know how to explain that.
yeah,
It's like, it feels like they're just trying to monetize the collapse of civilization. You know? Oh,
right.
they're destroying Disney with the bullshit and leaving a shitload of people
Yeah,
unemployed.
and they
Well, I'm
got
just gonna make a T-shirt.
blocked,
Gonna
whatever.
make a T-shirt, mugging it, and make money. Yeah.
As Zach used to say, we need a war. Another Vietnam.
Dude, it's clearly a war. It's a cold war. It's a propaganda. It's an intellectual, cultural war, but it is a war.
Have you seen that meme of Elliot Page?
Which one of them?
There is a meme in which it appears a photo of him as a man and says, "My name is Elliot Page," and then a message appears after World War III is declared and the draft starts, and then they show a picture. Now I identify as Ellen Page.
Yeah,
All
yeah. Yeah. Well, did you know
right.
that the super woke, super progressive Ukrainian military is drafting its trans women because they're still biological males? Did you know that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Makes me
Well, I'm a
wonder.
woman. Yeah, fuck you. Off to the front you go.
Now makes me wonder one thing. Here in Mexico, the military service is obligatory for males.
Hmm.
So those who are still biological males are obligated to do it.
That's a pretty fucking good question. We used to have obligatory military service here in Spain, but luckily I was the last generation who had to like do it, and I managed to like postpone it because of student reasons, you know. And I wanna finish high school first. So luckily, you know, when it was my turn, it was already
Oh,
yeah.
sucks.
I
Well,
was
in
this
my
close to
Spain
being a private
Spain
pilot.
could do with some mandatory military service, though. Again,
Chechen warlord. Holy shit,
yeah,
that's a job I would love. Chechen
yeah.
warlord.
Speaking of Ukraine and Russia and all that, Chechen warlord Kadyrov reportedly having health problems. Before, after.
Yeah, he looks unhealthy.
It isn't he like best buds with like some MMA fighter,
With Tim Pool
and
for
they
the
would
looks
like
of
all,
his beard.
I I remember he was like best friends with like this MMA fighter who was also Chechen, and they would like always work out together.
I know there's one. Uh, oh man, is he the guy who's hanging out with the little Dagestani guy? What's his name? Hasbullah. Because I know there's like this
I don't
really big jacked
remember.
guy. He was like firing two M60s, one of his one in each hand for an Instagram video once. I don't know if that's the guy. Midnight
His
says
name is
roll
like
back your playback audio. I'm not sure what that means. You're the technician here, just.
Is there some echo? Or...
roll back your playback audio.
It's
What?
probably my microphone, which sucks, but it's the only one that works with my computer.
Oh, is I don't know. But anyways, the head of the government of the Chechen Republic of Ichkeria in exile, Ahmed Zakayev, said Kadyrov has serious problems with his kidneys. Some speculate this is why he did not attend Russian dictator Vladimir Putin's. They call him a dictator now. He's not the president; he's the dictator now. Vladimir
Right.
Putin's address to the Federal Assembly on February 21st. Um,
I don't know if
Bild
Putin is
also
a
reported
dictator
that the
anymore
head doctor
than
the
Justin Trudeau.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. Also reported that the head doctor of the Burjil Medical Center's nephrology department has recently arrived in Russia from the United Arab Emirates. Most likely, Kadyrov does not trust Russian doctors. I wonder why. Earlier, Zakhaev told Ukrainian TV channel Freedom that Kadyrov was sick and drug addicted and he had been taking energy pills for 15 years. And today, Kadyrov, has become completely dependent on these pills and is having some kind of drug addiction. He cannot control himself without them. That is why there is such an assumption that he's sick and he's been sent somewhere on vacation to have a rest, but for treatment to bring him to mind. And then this other guy says on Twitter, citing a source in Russia, that Kadyrov's kidneys are failing. Wagner Group PMC owner Yevgeny Prigozhin wants to kill Kadyrov and might, but another terrible sickness, aka hepatitis C, might be behind Kadyrov's early expiration. So, like, yeah, he does not look good. He's got the puffy face,
Yep.
and he used
He's
to
got
be
the
like
face of
really
somebody
ripped,
who's
I
not
guess.
like he's not evacuating his fluids well enough.
Mm.
I know what that is. I've been there myself.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's just
This
say
here.
somebody had to manually
So this
unclog
whole
my urethra at some point. It wasn't funny. Well, it was funny, but not fun.
oh
Oh, I know how it is. I have done
Yeah.
it.
this
Lomachenko.
oh no, this isn't the guy. Yeah, I thought this because I know he was that Kadyrov was like best friends with this MMA fighter, but I can't remember his name, and there was pictures of them lifting together. But yeah, continuing. Oh hey, from Blaze Media, the the
Oh,
projection. They say that it never happens, but
Wah, wah,
it does,
wah.
but it did. Leftist Maryland mayor arrested and charged with 40 counts of possession of chili pea and 16 counts of distribution.
reset the clock.
The
Reset the clock.
leftist mayor of College Park, Maryland, was arrested Thursday morning and charged with the possession and distribution of chili pea. Patrick Wojan, 47, an LGBT activist who states his pronouns he, him, his on his Twitter profile and has supported Democrat causes, reportedly submitted his letter of resignation just prior to his arrest. He's charged with 40 counts of possession and 16 counts of distribution, and he is presently being held at Prince George's County Jail. But for how
I
long?
guess he's being sentenced for distributing child porn to nobody, like Giselle. What's the name? Giselle.
Ghislaine
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Maxwell, you
Ghislaine
mean?
Maxwell. Yeah, he's been sentenced for distributing cheese pizza to nobody.
Local police were notified by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children on February 17th that a social media account operating under their purview possessed and disseminated chili pea. Images and videos have been uploaded to the offending account in January, says the police station. The mugshot. They put a search warrant at his home on February 28th, during which they recovered multiple cell phones, a storage device, a tablet, and a computer. And then they subsequently charged him with 56 counts concerning the possession and distribution. His resignation is effective immediately. He has been replaced by Mayor Pro Tem Denise Mitchell until a special election is held sometime in the next 65 days. The alleged Discord mod had been mayor since 2015 and served on the city council since 2007. Last March, he was appointed vice chair of the National League of Cities Race Equity and Leadership Program. And in the role, he was tasked with achieving racial justice through city planning and design.
Right.
And he notes on his website that he was working to instill principles of equity and justice in all our policies and practices and to pursue restorative justice.
At this point, I've seen it a bazillion times. The leftist activist who turns out to be a fucking sex fiend is the new priest that goes whoring in his spare time.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is a thing in Spain. It's been like a matter of mockery for a long time. The priests who like collect money from the churchgoers and then spend it on fucking hookers. We all knew that happened, and that's why we never took the church seriously here in Spain. Like it was always like a fucking joke. And I think the leftist activist who's child predator or like a sex fiend or serial rapist is the new priest who goes whoring. Is that version of in
Mhm.
2023? Version
And
of that current year.
brings me. This reminds me of what people in the Flashcast were talking yesterday, because I think it was Camelot who say this, that what all these people, especially in the left, want to do apparently is to normalize this kind of behavior.
Yes. Yes, they've been trying to do
Mhm.
so since the 1960s. There was an open letter signed by a shit ton of European intellectuals, among them
Like
Simone de Beauvoir.
Sartre and Simone
Simone de
Beauvoir.
Beauvoir, and Sartre were among them, saying
Shit.
basically supporting a German scientific theory, so to speak, that said that if kids wanted to have sex with grown-ups, they were in the right. Who were we to prevent that?
Oh shit!
That was fucking 60 years ago already.
And now that you mentioned that, I don't know if you or Jess, did you saw that law that was approved in California?
Oh yeah,
Uh, mm, was it?
yeah.
Uh,
They're like depenalizing like what is it, like
no.
anal penetration or some shit with
Yeah,
children if they
Oh,
can like,
oh, no.
yeah, that
yeah,
one.
if they can consent. If the child consents, motherfuckers, you're still doing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the only way a child can consent if you like say something like, "Okay, Timmy, we're gonna do this. Are you okay with doing this? If you do this, you'll be a good boy."
That's basically what they want. They
Yeah,
want them. They started with fucking trans kids. In my opinion, my theory is that's how all this begins. By
transgender children do not exist, as we will see in our last article.
They first convince people that children are able to decide over sexuality. And they want to change their sexuality. That's fine. They're children. They're on the right. Otherwise, they're gonna kill themselves. Next step is, well, if children want to suck my dick, they're on the right. Because what are you, Nazi?
Yeah, and as I said, and the way they get kids to do is to say, if you don't do this, I won't like you anymore, or I won't
That's how
let you do
fucking child
this.
predators operate. That's how they operate. They like use like basic shaming tactics with kids. They manipulate kids because kids are easy to manipulate
Mm-hmm.
because they're fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
how that teacher managed to convince that girl that she was a boy.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
the same
talk
fucking
about it
shit,
in a
dude.
little bit. Let's finish this up here. Bojan is also a climate alarmist. In addition to dabbling in identity politics, suggesting that the specter of climate change presents one of the greatest threats to our city and community. And he's an LGBT activist, having served as a team mentor of Capital Pride Alliance and worked for the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force.
A fucking
And
course.
as they also forgot, he was also a buddy of Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
A fucking
Buttigieg.
course. I want Pete Buttigieg hard drive looked into right fucking now. I don't
Mm-hmm.
trust that
Yep.
guy. He looks like the fucking mad mascot. I
I
don't
know
trust
he.
him.
I was saying that he has a rat face, which
Yes.
isn't surprising among Democrats, but he has a literal rat face. Like just like stick whiskers on him and a piece of cheese in front of him.
Ew.
Yeah, and here's his pithy thing. Wojan, he's cooperated fully with the law enforcement, adding, while this investigation does not involve any official city business of any kind, it is the best interests of our community that I step aside and not to serve a distraction. And he was stepping away to deal with his own mental health. Yeah, fuck you. You get
Right.
the wall. Wall.
What is that? Do
Wall
you
or
guys? Do you
Gentrop.
guys? Do you guys? Helicopters in the distance. Is that right of the Valkyries? I think the helicopters are on, and they're gonna take him to a fucking island where he's gonna be thrown into the wood chipper feet first.
Yes, and our sharks will feed so lovely. They're gonna be fat little sharky boys. Our sharks are gonna be so fat and chunky. Oh, hey, should I? Where's that? Did I post? Where's that? Ah, here we go. Let's do something on the flip side here.
Now I want to eat a shark.
I
No, we
actually
do
had
not. We do not. We
shark
do not
fin soup
eat.
once. It was pretty tasty.
We do not eat the sharky boys of the island.
Now sharks are our pets. We love our sharks.
Yeah.
Our sharks are starving for beetle blood.
Mm-hmm.
They must feed.
Let's see.
On the here's on the flip side. No jail time for a woman who admitted having relations with a 13-year-old. She raped him. And guess what? She had a baby.
Shit.
No, God.
Won't see jail time under plea deal. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Imagine my shock. A 31-year-old woman who admitted to having relations with a 13-year boy and then becoming pregnant with his child won't face any jail time under a plea deal with prosecutors. Bullet? No. Wall?
Wood chipper and
Patty?
sharks. Wood chipper and sharks.
Bullet? We're shipping sharks. We don't discriminate on the island. Our
No,
shark
we
our
may
sharks
come off
love
as raging racist,
love
but we
the
actually do not
degenerate.
discriminate. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
actually give all pedophiles equal opportunities to suffer and die, regardless of
Mhm.
their skin color or orientation or whatever.
Then I'm more prone. Then if we're gonna give them that treatment, then I suggest Komodo dragons.
That's a good one because Komodo dragons are actually poisonous, and they bit you, and the wound gets infected, and you get like
Mm-hmm.
to die a horrible death in a few hours. That's cool. That's cool.
Anyways, this reprehensible piece of shit was facing assault charges after her arrest in 2022, but early this year accepted a new plea deal to stay out of prison. She gave birth to a baby boy after she admitted having relations with the 13-year-old.
Oh,
The mother of the
relations. Is
victim,
that
the
is that how
mother
we
of the
call them
victim
now?
told KKTV she is not happy with the deal offered to a woman she says ruined her son's life. I feel like my son is robbed of his childhood. Now he's having to be a father. He's a victim and he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. And she questions why this shit won't face prison time. I feel like if she was a man and he was a little girl, it would definitely be different. Yeah, he would
Yeah,
definitely be in. Yep. They would
of
be
course.
seeking more. I feel like because he is not a woman, they are not. They're having compassion for her. Under
So
the terms of
basically, whoever sentenced this woman to no jail time agrees with the aforementioned 1960s European intellectuals who said that, hey, if a kid wants to have sex with a grown up, you know, we shouldn't get in the way. Pieces of
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah, well, she is required to register as a sex offender, and a judge could sentence her to 10 years to life on a sex offender intensive supervised probation, but it doesn't make up. She will avoid any jail time because the district attorney's office dropped the original charges to a lesser charge that does not come with mandatory jail time. Well, right now they're trying to get custody of the baby, which I wouldn't leave a baby in the custody of this reprehensible piece of shit. I mean, she has a neck tattoo. And I bet
Leaving a baby with this kind of person is how everything leads to that baby found on a trash container while his mother is sucking somebody off in the back of a fucking Pinto for a dose
yeah.
of crack. Sort of news that we hear sometimes,
Mhm.
usually coming from California.
Yep. But yeah, Walt would chipper for them all.
I won't disagree with that.
Also, like we were talking before, I think we talked about it last thing, but um, go away, you creepy old fart.
This is why I sometimes feel like a mass shooter.
New York teacher manipulated fifth grade student into changing gender without parents' consent, which drove her to consider suicide. The girl was only 9 years old,
What?
and yeah, she's only 9 years old, and drew self-ending images that her parents found out about. That the teacher, Deborah Rosenquist, was calling her Leo and using he/him pronouns. Superintendent Jennifer J. Quinn and Terryville Elementary School Principal Anne Marie V. Chiove admitted they knew about Rosenquist's antics.
Shit.
Excuse me, what was the last name again
Which one?
of the
The
teacher?
teacher?
The teacher.
Rosenquist.
I'm trying not to be a fucking racist here, but am I the only one who's seeing a pattern?
I don't think it echoes. I don't think
Rosenquist?
it really echoes.
I don't know, dude. Like, what? Why the fuck, dude? What is
So
going
yeah,
on?
a New York teacher is being sued for allegedly. No, she was manipulating a fifth grade girl into changing gender without her parents' consent. The
Look
9-year-old
exactly
child
like you would
identifies as
expect
a
her to
girl,
look.
but was being called a boy's name and given male pronouns in class. Midnight should really hop in and do commentary because
This is like his kind of article
yep,
here.
Oh yeah.
white, middle
White,
age,
white women at it again.
yep, white, middle age, probably single,
Only knows the affection of his
self-employed.
favorite cats.
Yep,
And don't get me wrong, I
yep.
love cats, but holy shit, man.
Let's see. The lawsuit claims that Rosenquist started calling the fifth grader Leo and using he/him pronouns in class, unbeknownst to the girl's parents. And it was only months later when the girl was caught drawing a picture of a self-ending girl with the words "I want to end myself" that her parents were informed that she was being called male pronouns in school. And this creature also read, not allegedly, read from LGBT books that were not in the school district's curriculum and told her students to try being gay even if they were not.
What?
What you just read about a 9-year-old girl wanting to kill herself. No 9-year-old kid should
Look at
want
this.
and
Middle
themselves
age, duck
fucking
face, blonde Karen haircut with the
Holy
blue
shit.
I'm
dye.
getting pretty fucking angry here.
Let's see. So let's see. They said they heard this. They say they heard their child be called Leo by her friends before, but this was in reference to the astrological sign and not in association with the male name.
Yeah, but she doesn't
So
give a
yeah,
fuck because she wants a little trans boy in her class to parade him in
look
front
at
of
me.
his
I have a
fucking
little.
woke friends.
I can't really project Midnight's spoiled white woman shtick, but oh, look at me, I'm so special. I got a little trans boy in my class. Look at me. Give me Tenchies, give me Val. I have a trans boy in my class. Yay!
Fucking piece of shit, dude.
Uh, her she's meeting with the district psychologist, the little girl, and she told her she was confused about her gender identity.
Well, she
The
was confused
parents,
because somebody confused her.
I mean, the parents, well, the parents were welcome their preteen daughter exploring her identity, but they also believe that she was forced into doing so. But yeah, imagine you're just talking about astrological science and then your wackadoo teacher here, Miss I drink wine with my 12 cats on the weekend,
Okay.
overhears you and thinks that you're a boy. What else? Oh, remember that comic that I showed you about the little baby that got into um the makeup and he's like, more paint, and then the mom peeks in
Yeah.
and she dresses him up as a boy and is on a talk show. It's like that. It's like
Hmm.
that.
It's again.
Let's
This is
see.
the new version, like the current year version of the mother who lives through her little daughter going to a beauty pageant at like age 9.
Yeah. Here, they found on a day when the school asked pupils and teachers to wear blue in support of two police officers who were recently shot and killed, the teacher instead wore a Black Lives Matter t shirt. And they also found that Rosenquist had allegedly been reported to the school district for physical abuse, but nothing
Oh,
was done about it because of her position as a tenured teacher.
okay.
Yeah. And this is one of the books. It's a Stonewall Book Award!
Oh god. Look, this whole trans LGBT drag queen thing, this shit is for grown-ups. Okay?
Yeah,
Stonewall
here,
was a
here,
grown-up thing. Was for over
mhm.
18. Kids should not be brought into this whole thing. Period.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Here are two more white women who are encouraging this this Rosenquist behavior. Hey, yeah, we don't care. She's really cool. Yeah, totally. She did nothing wrong. She's just like super um she's an activist and we support activism. Yeah, we support like the equal rights and stuff, you know, Becky. Oh yeah, right, Andrea, Anna Marie. Oh, totally, Jennifer. Oh,
Okay,
totally,
thanks
Jennifer.
thanks for making me laugh because I was getting really, really fucking angry.
Yeah. Let's see. To further her agenda, Rosenquist read and provided her students graphic books about gender and sexuality, which are not on the curriculum. And then she also created her own LGBT book called I Am Neither, which she had in her classroom. As she would read to her students when Aiden became a brother, a book about transitioning surgery and hormones, which is not on the curriculum. Let's see. Quinn and Sylvie meant that the teacher should have gone to the parents if their child wanted to be called a different name or pronoun, and that the issue was not handled properly.
Yeah, same.
The parents should totally like talk to the teacher. Yeah. This is like our problem. I mean, we like support her for being like all like activists and stuff. Yeah, it should totally be to the parents to like talk to this teacher. Let's see, and then when the 9-year-old was okay, so the 9-year-old was then moved into a new classroom. She then experienced bullying from her peers, causing mental stress. According to the suit, other children started a group chat without her, where they purposely excluded her and wrote messages including, "Bro, I would end myself. You add that what girl or boy?" Others included
That beat
literally though, what is she? Girl, boy? One day her name is Leo, and one day her name is like what is it? I don't know what to call it.
and there I was thinking that referring to people as objects was derogatory. But apparently now
Huh.
it's to call it
Mm-hmm.
a little girl because you're
Yeah.
not sure of what her pronouns are. I'm just gonna call it it. They're like a
Mm-hmm.
fucking mutant clown that stalks children in the sewers of Derry. It.
Yep. But yeah, the psychological and social damage Rosenquist caused this child and her family was immense. Incredibly, the district still has Rosenquist in the classroom where she can similarly harm other innocent children. So yeah, I hope the parents win.
And I hope someone. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get us like stricken or whatever. But I don't.
As I said,
I hope
I hope
things
the parents
get
win.
much more serious for her. Because fucking. God damn it.
Yeah. Anyways, you know what? We need something lighthearted. Hey, Canals, turn on your camera.
Oh, are we gonna do the dance?
Yes.
Oh shit! I'm gonna do the dance. Okay. Okay, here we go.
All right,
Okay,
gonna
here we
play
go.
it now.
We'll do the fucking dance. What's the fucking music?
Come on, you gotta get your belly really shaken.
That's the thing. I've lost weight. My belly ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 dip, stibbity dip, stibbity www, yes, 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 yes. Ako maniaco,
You're gonna be too long because it's turning too hard.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay,
That's
is
enough
that
of that.
enough? Have I
Yeah.
humiliated myself enough for you for your pleasure?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that and I don't want to. Yeah. But yes, there's something lighthearted to end the show on. Oh,
That's something interesting
Midnight
that
says-
Midnight is saying in the comments. Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah,
It's funny
I'm
that you
trying to
say that,
show,
but
but
still-
somehow it's not showing up. Yeah, it's funny you say that Stonewall was a grown-up thing. The reason it was rated was the place was operating in a brothel that was exploiting
Oh,
minors.
shit. I
Pretty
didn't
much.
know that. I always thought that Stonewall got raided because I don't know homosexuality was illegal back in the day or something. Which always make me wonder if it's legal. Like how are all these gay people like getting together in a public place and like being openly gay? You know.
All right. Well, Canellis, what do you got planned aside
Just-
from being our dancing little monkey?
I guess I'm your Bachabasi, aren't I? You're my Taliban, and
Yeah, but
I'm the Bachabasi to your Taliban.
I still love you for it.
Oh, well, I love you too. Even though I feel humiliated and made fun of now. So nobody likes me because I'm fat. Nah, I'm just kidding.
You're doing it. You're doing it for our fans.
I know.
They're gonna love
I
you.
mean, I only wish I was fatter. Like I lost belly, and it doesn't have the same effect, you know.
I know.
Wait until Christmas. I'll be
But
fat again.
it was still a refreshing. But it was still a refreshing end. But yeah, Canels, what are you up to
Yeah,
this week?
not much. I'll just draw, and then draw some more for like Derek Fury and Edwin the Ace, who sometimes joins us in the comment section. He's not here today, and I just go to the gym afterwards and punch somebody in the face. That's it. That's the life
Mega?
of Canales.
What's up for me this
And
week?
you also get to hang out with me. But yeah, and Mega, go ahead.
I have to work in my day-to-day job. I have to finish a couple of new $200 commissions that I got. What else? Oh, I have my fucking medical exam this week. So that's pretty much it.
Me, I'm probably going to be chipping away at all my Argy the Atara stuff. So I'm trying to debate now if I want to put it on tap, if I should put Argy on Tapas, Webtoon, or both.
That's cool.
Suggestions? Anyone? Maybe we can elaborate it on it backstage when we quit.
I know the simplest and easiest one is tapas. I published 2 series there, Decimators and Where Again, and
All right.
give me some shekels, not too many of them, but I got some money off of it, so
All right. I'll maybe we'll talk about it after. But
All right.
that's the show for today. See you next week.
Adios.
Adios.
Goodbye.